Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Brian Dales here on Dragon Blogger, and it's time for another Is It Good review. And this is for the highly anticipated NBA 2K20 developed and published by 2K Sports. And I'm going to go through a lot of the different menus, the features in this game. We're going to go through each aspect of the game here to show you and give you my opinion on this. The menus look a lot more cleaner and better this year. You can even play the WNBA teams in this game, and every single WNBA team is featured here. There you've got the Fever, that's my local WNBA team, actually former WNBA champions as well. And all of the teams are featured here, all of the star players are featured in the WNBA. You can also play on My League. You can play an entire WNBA season and coach them. You can even change the uniforms as you see here, use different colors, different arm sleeves, different socks, and etc. I'm not going to show any WNBA gameplay here because we're going to show just some basketball gameplay later on. You can go into quick play, choose current NBA teams. You can even do classic NBA teams like the Bulls. You can do like the 98 Bulls or the 97 Bulls, Michael Jordan, Pippen, good old days of the NBA that I grew up watching anyway. Player models in this game look fantastic. They did a lot of great detail, especially to certain types of players like Kawhi Leonard, Steph Curry right there, as you can see. Pascal Siakam on the right there as well. You can also do 2KU, learn how to play the game. There's also My Team. My Team comes back again this year. And the thing I don't like about My Team, you're going to see right off the bat, which makes NBA 2K20 look more like a mobile game, is the login, the daily login rewards. Now, I've played enough mobile games or pay-to-win mobile games that make you do that, have these sorts of things where if you log in every day, for 7 days, like for instance on here, if you log in for the next week, every day for 7 days, you get to spin a wheel and try to unlock, like, I think it's an Amethyst Steven Nash there. It's just another way to try to get you to make sure you come back. The menus look a lot better this time around. Like I said before, they're a lot more clean looking, more detailed. You've got daily challenges, weekly challenges, monthly challenges, etc. You can see here, which just falls under the what's called the agenda. There's also lifetime challenges as well. Of course, single player, you've got Triple Threat, Domination comes back. Multiplayer, you've got a lot of different challenges there and events as well to do. The auction house is open right from the start. You don't have to unlock it like you did last year, which I thought was really, really weird. Tokens return this year as another currency next to My Team points. And tokens obviously allow you to unlock players depending on where you stand as far as how many emerald, etc. you've unlocked, and then you can move up to the next one. Like I said before, the auction house comes back again this year, and of course you don't have to worry about unlocking it like you had to last year, which I thought was kind of dumb and didn't make any sense. I mean, just let us have it, and they did that this year. You also have evolution cards, like for instance you can pick a evolution pack to give you 5 different players. Of course, I picked my man Vince Carter, one of my favorite dunkers in the NBA. And there's certain things you have to do, like as you can see on the right, evolution requirements: make 25 dunks, score 150 points, and you'll be able to essentially level up these cards. These cards, I'm assuming, are going to be really rare. I don't think there are any, as far as of this recording, any other ones that you can unlock. There's also collector levels, as you can see here. Just like there have been in years past, if you have so many cards in your collection, you get more rewards. Locker codes return. I'm sure we'll see lots of those next year. And, of course, you can spend money to buy cards, actual money, in the form of my favorite word, a microtransaction. Which, by the way, of course, this game is littered with microtransactions yet once again. They're pretty in your face about spending money. We'll talk about that when I get into the My Career section of the game. The next thing I'm going to show you guys in this video, in this review, is of course the my league mode and the my GM mode, which they did change up quite a bit. Unfortunately, there is no story this year in my GM. I don't know why they decided to take away another story for us to enjoy and make some choices on. But as you can see here, you actually have an overview menu. You have certain amount of points per day that you get to spend, and I will tell you this: if you think that if you run out of points on a particular day, it's going to automatically sim that game you're supposed to play. So you might want to be a little bit more aware of that. Leveling up in this game, or I'm sorry, in my GM for 2K20, you have you're presented with a skill tree, as you can see here, which I like this improvement. Kind of gives it even more of a role-playing game feel, where you have certain skills to unlock, and when you level up, and you can see in the top right there, it shows you how much XP you need to level up, and you will gain action points depending on your level. You even have a score this time in my GM mode, and that score is tied to my GM leaderboards, and you can actually see where you rank as a GM on 2K20. So I really actually like that this time around. You can see your relationships with other players and your staff as well, while trying to take your team to an NBA championship. You can also buy your team and become the owner of the team, and that will give you the ability to relocate the team and rename the team and redo the jerseys and etc. I really like the small changes they've made to my GM and the improvements they've made to my GM, while trying to do an overall better job of making NBA 2K20 a better game. Let's go ahead and get to my career. So you see you've got your save files ready, and then you've got your My Player Builder files. We'll get into the My Player Builder section later. Let's just delve right into the My Career. So you can see the menu is much better. You don't have, it doesn't take you right to the neighborhood, so you can go and look at your stats. It does a better job of showing you your progress on the Hall of Fame. Progression in the neighborhood is not based on your overall rating anymore. They actually did away with that. So if you get to a 99 overall this year, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, it does in essence of being a good, having a better player, which that is one of the goals. But that's not the only goal this time around. Is to not just have a 99 overall player. That is not what's going to get you a free copy of NBA 2K21, for instance. No, actually, progress is now based on your neighborhood reputation, and it's called My Rep, and this is it right here. So you have all these different levels up to Legend, and Legend is the highest. So you actually have to play in the neighborhood to be the best, which I've always thought that's just how it should be. I mean, if you're, it shouldn't just be based on getting a 99 overall, because if you don't even have to play the neighborhood to do that. By the way, the neighborhood looks exactly the same. They didn't even change it. They made really no upgrades or differences at all in the neighborhood. It's kind of like they just said, let's just Control C and then Control V, copy and paste it into 2K20, and that's what a lot of people were afraid of, myself included, having reviewed NBA 2K19. Yes. The stupid casino-looking place is back, the ante-up place where there's all these spin the wheel, wheels to spin. I believe I go in there and show that to you guys here. But yeah, there's still wheel spins, just like in a mobile pay-to-win game. You spin a wheel and you get just a little taste of a prize of something good that only lasts for like maybe an hour or so. I do like the badge upgrade system here, which is great. We'll go more into this when we talk about the My Player Builder, but you actually have to level up your finishing, shooting, playmaking, and defense and rebounding. And there's your VC microtransactions, which those are, once again, important, and that's how you level up. This is a game where you can't just pay money to get a 99 overall. You do actually have to earn it in the form of my points. And you get those by playing in the career, your actual career, playing in the neighborhood, and playing multiplayer and things of that nature. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the My Player Builder, and this is how you start your career. This is how you create your My Career player. And I think it's funny how 2K claimed, oh, we're doing away with archetypes this year. No, they're not. They just basically said we're not doing archetypes, we're just going to do pie charts. Anyway, this is how you start off creating your player. You give them the option if you want to be left or right-handed, and here it is. Choose your skill breakdown. So you have these pie charts. You got all these different pie charts on the right side, and some of them are balanced out between finishing and shooting. The finishing is blue, shooting is green, playmaking is the orange, and then red is defense and rebounding. So you kind of get an idea based on what you choose. You can see on the left side, it'll let you know what stats are going to increase based on which pie chart you choose. So if you want more of a Steph Curry type player like how I created, so you want to make sure you have good playmaking and great shooting, which would be that pie chart there. Probably more so on the shooting than the playmaking. There is a chart on here that does have more shooting than playmaking. And so yeah, you've got pie charts. So you choose whatever pizza pie you want your player to be. And I believe I have the one I just highlighted, the big green one with the other three evened out. That one at the top there is the one I use for my player. And then you go into your physical profile. Once again, more pie charts. So you basically choose if you want agility, which is purple, strength is in blue, and vertical, which is in the sort of hot pink color. If you see on the top right, that shows you what your strength is, etc. And then you get to do what's called your potential. You get so many attribute upgrades, and that's your overall attribute upgrades you have to earn in My Career. And this is basically setting the potential. Now, depending on what kind of player you are, like once again, my player's more like a Steph Curry type player. So I put most of my stuff on shooting like threes and free throws and playmaking. And depending on how you do that, if you see on the bottom right corner, the badge upgrades, that's how many badge upgrades you're going to get, period, throughout the course of your career. So for instance, for me, I only have one badge upgrade in finishing. I've already maxed out my finishing. I will never be able to get, again, any more upgrades, badge upgrades for finishing. So here I'm doing a center build. And then once you're done with this, this screen's going to pop up. And it's going to tell you what type or archetype your player is. You can choose you want to be burly, built, maybe not so built, which those have no impact. Your height does have an impact on your stats on the left, as well as your physical attributes on the right, as you can see there. So the taller you are, the slower you can run, and etc. Of course, the smaller you are, the faster you'll be able to, the more speed you'll have, and etc. And then after this, you'll be able to set your wingspan, which is, you know what that is. I don't even need to explain what that is. If you don't know what that is, whatever. Anyway, you'll be able to set your weight. Your weight also has a lot to do with your stats. Of course, if you're a skinnier person, you'll be able to run faster, etc. Your wingspan basically determines how long your arms are, or from the tip of your left hand to the tip of your right hand. That's your wingspan. And then, of course, you choose your takeover, which is this is new this year. You get a takeover ability depending on your stats and your potential and all that. And then you get to this screen. So I have built a glass cleaning lockdown. Doesn't sound like an archetype at all. Tells you what 3 players you're similar to. So in this instance, I'm similar to like Hassan Whiteside. And then you can save that player build, and you can go back and you can test it out. So that is how you create your My Career players this year. That was R2 giving his opinion as well. Anyway, we're gonna go into an actual game, and I'm gonna show you guys the gameplay here, which has changed a little bit. Not really all that much. I mean, off the ball play is a lot better. dribbling is much easier. You actually use both sticks this year as opposed to just the right analog stick like last year to be able to do crossovers behind the backs, spin moves, and etc. As in all my reviews, one thing I do with my Is It Good reviews is I don't skip anything. I don't make edits, so you guys can see this in real time, loading times and all that. Not a lot of people show you that, but I do, because you want to be able to see the game as it is being actually played. So some of the loading times are not really bad this year. They're actually quite good. The graphics are amazing. They always get better every single year with the My Player, with the game face scans and everything else. You can also face scan your own face into the game by, I believe, using the mobile app. And here I am playing as the Warriors, and you do have different options as far as your shot meter. You can do it on the above your head, on your feet, or you can turn off the shot meter, which gives you a boost to your shot if you make a good timing jump shot as well. I didn't know that until the 2K TV episode, so there's me doing my horrible research. Anyway, gameplay is great. It's smooth. I don't really have any complaints about it. A lot of people complained about the speed of the game at first. I actually liked the slowed down pace of the game. I don't want it to feel like too much of an arcade game. If you want faster speed, go play NBA Jam. But anyway, my overall thoughts on the game. What would I rate this game? I'm going to give NBA 2K20 a 9 out of 10. I'm absolutely having a fun time with it. There's a lot of things to do in this game. However, it's missing a point because of all the microtransactions. They're doing a great job every year. I highly recommend go picking this game up now. It's available on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC. Thank you guys so much for watching my review of 2K20 right here on Dragon Blogger. Until next time, see ya!